Well, there was an old man and he went to school, but he made his living from riding a mule. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do, wouldn't do. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do. I had an old mule and his name was Pete. He walked on his hands for to save his feet. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do, wouldn't do. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do.
Let's do Johnny Booker.
There never was a mule that wasn't stubborn.
Johnny Booker.
This is the stubbornest old just about that ever was. Johnny Booker was his name.
Well, there was an old man and he went to school, but he made his living from riding a mule. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do, wouldn't do. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do. I had an old mule and his name was Pete. He walked on his hands for to save his feet. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do, wouldn't do. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do. Come a-riding by, said, old man, your mule's gonna die. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do, wouldn't do. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do. Well, if he dies, I'll tan his skin, and if he lives, I'll ride him again. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do, wouldn't do. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do. Shoulder to the cart, cussed the mule, but the mule wouldn't start. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do, wouldn't do. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do. I put my shoulder to the wheel, hollered at the mule, but the mule stood still. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do, wouldn't do. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do. Took him to the river, but I couldn't get him in, so I hit him on the head with a boxcar bill. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do, wouldn't do. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do. I went to the river, but he wouldn't get across. Jumped on a bullfrog, thought it was a horse. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do, wouldn't do. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do, wouldn't do. What Johnny Booker wouldn't do.
This be another mule. I guess there's about the most forlorn critters on earth. They're handy. Such a fool, it never paid no heed. I built a fire right under him, and then I made some tea. Go along, mule, don't you roll them eyes. You can change a fool, but a doggone mule is a mule until he dies. Hey, hey, hey. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Well, I went down to a graveyard once to see an old pal of mine. When that black man crossed my path, I sure, Lord, changed my mind. Go along, mule, don't you roll them eyes. You can change a fool, but I don't go mule is a mule until he dies. Hey, 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 hey. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. and Dottie Payne got married on the train. And now they say the Georgia woods is full of aches and pains. Go along, mule, don't you roll in mine. You can change a fool, but a doggone mule is a mule until he dies. Hey, 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 hey. Ha, 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 ha. I bought some biscuits for my dog and I laid them on the shelf. Times got so hard I shot the dog and I ate that grub myself. Go on, mule, don't you roll them eyes. You can change a fool, but a doggone mule is a mule until he dies. Hey, 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 hey. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Down in Georgia, he pulled a gun on me. When he fired that second shot, I was half through Tennessee. Go along, mule, don't you roll in mines. You can change a fool, but a doggone mule is a mule until he dies. Hey, 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 hey. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha.
What kind of words of wisdom Larry got for us now?
One by one, from the hotels and motels of the world.
Yeah, I got some beautiful shots of people's heads and backs and shoulders.
You can dance to it. What is that? That's not rap music you was just hearing.
There's a lady's requested something good. You'll have to wait till the next band comes up. We're just trying to keep this old music alive. We don't try to keep it too awful healthy. Jerry Kinder needs you, Joanne, if you would come over here. I had a mule that was such a fool it never paid no heed. I built a fire right under him and then I made some tea. Go along, mule, don't you roll them eyes. You can change a fool.